Hey, what's going on, JJ Crew, and welcome to my fellow Vanguardians. Today we're flying into Shepherd's Rest with some fellow pilots from Vanguard. The goal for the night was to take control of the area and run missions to grind rep and see how much AUC we could earn now that the profit is once again split in the new patch. Jumping in for the first time, we were already able to find some fights with some pilots who we went up against for the next 3 hours. Let's see how things shake out for Vanguard. Now let's set those flares and jump into the action. I'll see you guys in the verse. In terms of why I like to fly the F8 in Pyro, it's because of how it flies in Atmo. While not perfect, you can see my nose rock up and down during the fight. It doesn't suffer from stalling out like a Gladius or Hornet does when it's trying to slow speed or reverse strafe. Overall, it provides better stability than some fighters while flying in Atmo. Some of my other recommendations would be the Saber, the Talon, or the Arrow. Try not to fly into each other, guys. Because Scooter's not here. If you're gonna fly into anybody, make sure it's Scooter. Alright. Good kill, good kill. In between player engagements, we were running headhunter missions. We kept 2 or 3 pilots on mission duty while the rest provided overwatch over the AO. Is there a player down here? Looks like there's a player down here. Yeah. Yeah, I just took him out. He was running around on the ground. For missiles, I wanted to try out the Rattlers, as supposedly they had fixed the restocking issue where it equips the wrong missile or doesn't fill the cluster missiles. During these encounters, I only recall seeing the cluster missiles once, but it might be an issue of being too close to the target before launching. I'll keep testing in the future. In the case of the Arrow, the heat signature was only about 2.5k, so it would only need to drop 2 flares to get rid of the missiles anyways. We gotta do the missions though, man. Yeah. I see Jelly Roll again. Eclipse, looks like. I'm not exactly sure why this pilot decided to bring out an Eclipse as our largest ships were Connie's, but I'll give them points for creativity. Working on an Eclipse, splashed.
Okay.
The downside to flying the F8C is that slow speed can make catching up to fights a bit of a chore, and occasionally you miss out on the fun. Journey's 10, 12k. You still up? Yeah. As you can see here, an Eclipse isn't super necessary for taking down the gunship. Nice. Speaking of creativity, here comes Instigator and a Retaliator. This ship has a lot of hull HP, but the pilot only has use of the torpedoes. So again, I'm not really sure what the play was here. He's 56, yeah. Instigator? Yeah, that's Retaliator. Are you looking at Instigator? Okay. It's a cool paint job.
Okay.
You can try, but it doesn't usually work. Now, I don't believe this pilot was a part of the main group that we had been fighting. Just unfortunately got tangled up in things while trying to run a mission at Shepherd's. Enter. Got a heat signature of 30k. Typically, flares will cover about 2k of your heat and EM signature, but some larger ships have larger flares, which can cover more of your overall signature. I'm willing to bet that he doesn't have the proper number of flares set.
Okay.
I think we were right about the flares. I don't think so. He did flare, but it was not enough. He just flew over the AO. Ah! No, he's gonna die. Long shot's gone. Splash! Splish splash.
Okay.
Oh, there's somebody behind it, Jocko. It's shooting lasers. F7. Watch tracer fire, don't fly into someone else. Oftentimes, the biggest issue in flying in large formations like this is when you have multiple people locked onto the same target, and it's very easy to drift into one of your other wingmen. The best way to avoid this is to look for the lasers that are shooting into your target and try not to fly into those paths of tracer fire. Nice. An unknown. Yep. SC. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Lead pip is great, as it's a good indicator of directional velocity, but it's still hard to track in a corkscrew if you're not matching the same movements and neutralizing the pip, particularly at longer ranges. Lag pip might have provided a better visual accuracy, as my main focus would be more on the position of the F7, and I could use my lateral strafes to fine-tune my aim. Luckily, I had some friends there to take care of things instead. Eventually, I knew someone at Shepherd's Rest would show up in a Polaris. We brought a Connie along for the sole purpose of taking down the shields and shooting the engines off the Polaris, as once the ship loses all of its engines, it's no longer capable of flight in atmo, it just falls down to the surface. You might have seen us do this in a previous video where we downed 4 different Polaris. Polari? Does anyone know what the plural is for Polaris? Boo! I saw that. You had one job, Phil. Okay, let's take care of the Connie first. Where is it? Let's take care of this Connie first.
Bogey.
Talking in chat? I don't know. Is anybody? Thanks, shields. It's like, is it down? Yeah, it's down. Shields down. Alright, left engines. Watch your crossfire so you don't accidentally fly into somebody. He's trying. Actually, I'm gonna shoot at the turret. Breaking away from a turret. Firebird in the area. Got 6 missiles shot at me. Oh, green. Green's red. I don't know. He's rolling though. Woo!
Bogey.
We don't need a Polaris. It's not gonna do anything for us. Oh, need to break off. Taking more damage than I thought. To avoid damage from turrets, I typically like to break off to 1.5k and perform an off-nose corkscrew to shake off incoming lasers. Once my shields are back, I'll re-engage the target. Once all the engines are gone, this thing can't fly anymore, so we'll switch. Does it not? Oh, really? What? Did it have you jump through the planet? Or you fall? Hate that. Huh. So we got one of them? Yep. No. No, we got one more. One more. Bottom right.
Bogey.
My recommendation to any pilots in a Polaris when they find themselves in this kind of position is to fly out of ammo, so you don't get caught by the gravity well when you lose all of your engines. Fully killing a Polaris takes much longer than just disabling one. There's a chance you might still be able to jump out in space as well. That said, it is fun to watch them fall, so just keep doing what you're doing. There he goes. Alright, he's done.
Okay.
Fog, you see fog, beef. Right next to you. Oh, you say something. Okay, okay.
Okay.
No, he's not. Yeah, it is. No, he's splashed. Someone's still shooting missiles at me.
Okay.
In the fight with the Gladius, I try to do a pre-nose, where I sacrifice my nose position and predict where he's going to fly and catch him on the turn. Pre-turning took a pretty hard nerf because of the new egg-shaped flight characteristics in Master Modes. Instead of keeping the directional momentum, your ship will slow itself down and start moving backwards, even if you initially boosted forward and then turned around mid-flight. This makes it harder to push and keep position for a pre-nose.
Okay.
Nice, good job, Flame. Yeah. Man. Yep, looks like it. After the last encounter, we had a good 30 minutes of just running missions at Shepherds without any interference. The event was over, so some of our pilots had jumped off. We started screwing around and just seeing if Crown could get the Guardian to balance upright on its engines. Our enemies for the night, though, had one more surprise in store for us. Yeah, okay. I feel like it's not gonna make a difference, but... That didn't know. No, it's going the other direction. All right. We do. We got some fights for like the first 2 hours, basically. Now we're just kind of screwing around. Do we want to go to Chalice? See if there's anything going on there. Oh, I see Jelly Roll. And F8. 32. He's coming back! Perfect. Hell yeah. Lucius on the ground. Alright. Valkyries first. Valkyries out. Are you? Raid? Oh, we got a lot of people here. Yes. Anybody who's not us is hostile. They got a ton of people. I'm on the Saber. Honestly, shout out to Jelly Roll and the crew. It's no fun to hit your head against the wall for multiple hours, especially when the game is in the condition it's been this week. You guys did a great job sticking with it and even came back with a larger crew to reclaim Shepherd's Rest. There were some people throwing shade for us not letting people into the area in global chat, but that's kinda whatever. In the end, we didn't make that much money, a little over 200k per person, but we did have a lot of fun, and I hope the other group had fun as well. Great fights, everyone.